diesel prices, writing a tender, keeping an old contract, route planning, the repair of a bucket, schedules and salaries, the daughter's birthday, lowering carbon emissions, finding a new operator, understanding new regulations, financing 2 new business machines, finding time for an oil change, and for the friends. This is a daily mind of a business owner. It's a life full of challenges and conflicting needs. Fortunately, we can help with some of them. Our solutions simplify our customers' work life. They take the pressure off and give them time to focus on important things like developing their business. Our solutions make them more competitive, more productive, and more sustainable.
The Smarter Solution starts here. Welcome everyone to this Volvo Site Solutions session. My name is Gunnar Thorud, and I'm in charge of productivity services inside Volvo Construction Equipment. And in the studio here today, I have with me my nice colleague Niklas Mörkberg, which is head of training and consulting. A few words about yourself, Niklas.
Thanks, Gunnar. It feels fantastic to be part of this session. So, as Gunnar said, my name is Niklas Mörkberg, head of consultancy and training. Very, very short about myself. Been around in this industry around 20 years. Let's not spend so much time on that. Instead, it feels fantastic to be part of this this journey and Volvo Site Solutions transformation. We will move into a new era, providing services to our customers, and personally, it feels very engaging to be part about that journey. Then. What about you, Gunnar?
Well, a little bit the same, I guess. A small echo what you said. Also, many years in the business, working with capital goods, and obviously, what really motivates me in this topic is that since the last 7 years inside Volvo and the last couple of years working only with services, I understood that services is really what will make a change in the years to come. Mm. Maybe, unfortunately, machines will move more a little bit towards the commodities, but to make the machines as unique as they are today, we need good services to really understand and make customer value in a new dimensions. So as I said in the beginning, Smarter Solution starts here, and that's a little bit what we will look more into today, Niklas.
Okay. Thanks, Gunnar. We have the Smarter Solution theme for this session, and so what else? Why should the audience pay attention to these topics?
Well, I think what is super important when it comes to services is that we can see them in 3 dimensions. We can see them in a machine productivity dimension. We can see it in a collaborative dimension, productivity dimension, and we can also see it in the site dimension. And I think all these 3 areas is represented in a construction site of today. So that is maybe a super important message. Machine alone, as a collaborative, and also in a site dimension. And not to forget, Niklas, it also needs to be a brand agnostic solution. That is also something we are super focused on in the prolongment here. Yeah.
So today we will meet one of our customers, Marie Apelgren from Cementa. We will have a deep dive into why services are so important, and in the end we will summarize this with what Volvo CE can offer, different services and so on.
Niklas, we don't only do this for ourselves. It's important also to know that we do this to improve the product and create value for our customers as well as our dealers. And I think we have identified on the next slide 6 topics, which I think is summarizing it well.
Yeah, I like this overview. It gives a good picture of what it's all about. I will mention a few of them, I would like to start with what we want to do is we want to increase the revenues with these services, and we want to reduce the cost. And I think that is the primarily things for in any kind of given operation, and because that over time will maximize the margins and for the different stakeholders in the business. But it's not only to do that at one occasion. You need to be sustainable over a life cycle. And when we talk over a life cycle, that means different things for different people. It can be over a business life cycle, or it can be over a machine life cycle. But in the end, we know that many of you have invested in fleets, in other equipment, and in people into your operation. And what we mean with life cycle is that we want to help you to maximize that over your definition of a life cycle. So if we go back to this revenue and cost, that we want to maximize the profit during that life cycle.
Yeah.
So that was three topics that I feel is very important when we deliver and talk about services.
Yeah. And when we do that, I think also we can state that we are helping the customers improving their competitiveness inside that business that you actually are into. You're lowering the cost, improving the revenue, and helping out with the life cycle and the best utilization of your assets. And then that will create a kind of competitive advantages for you as a customer. And what is close to my heart as well, it's also this partnership thing. Of course, it is an ecosystem that we need to put this into, that's obvious, but I think the partnership and the way that we will team up between the three of us, the dealer, the customer, and us as a OEM, that is really where the magic will happen in the years to come.
Totally agree, Gunnar. This is very important topics, but I think we need to deep dive a little bit more into the why. And the best thing to do is talking to one of our customers. So I think we need to talk to Marie.
Let's do so, Niklas. So let's listen to what she says, and we leave out to the customer. So over to you, Jens.
Thank you, Gunnar. Shortly we will talk to Marie from Cementa, but before we do that, let's have a look at this.
Det har varit väldigt positivt för oss att få ta del av det här systemet. Förarna kör på helt annat sätt än de gjorde innan. Lastaren som lastar dumprarna kan städa av. Han ser precis vart han har dumprarna så att han kan effektivt lasta dem när de kommer. Vilket resulterar i att det blir dieselbesparing helt enkelt. Det är väldigt positivt att man ser hela sajten på datorn. Man får en helhet i vart alla maskiner befinner sig, och säkerhetsmässigt är det en stor fördel för oss och vi känner oss trygga i det. Att lära sig systemet var enkelt. Det var väldigt förståeligt. Till exempel hastighetszon. Man går in direkt i datan, lägger upp ett område där det till exempel kan vara halt. Och då får förarna upp det i sin skärm att där får de iaktta hastigheten och köra lite försiktigare. Tillfälliga besökare bjuder vi in med en inbjudningskod. Sen går de in på sin mobil på en app och loggar in. Och då är de inne på sajten med en gång. Och alla kan se varandra. Snabbt och lätt. I och med att vi har testat Connected Map-systemet så har vi sett att det är ett stort hjälpmedel för oss för att kunna öka produktionen, minska dieselförbrukningen och minska slitaget på maskinerna. Jag kan varmt rekommendera Connected Maps. Det är ett flexibelt och väldigt mångsidigt system.
Thanks, Marie, for joining us today and sharing your experience, but let's switch over to Swedish. Vad roligt att se att Connected Map och Performance Indicator har fungerat så bra och som ni har haft i ungefär ett år. Kan du berätta lite vad är din roll i detta?
Jag jobbar som arbetsledare här på Cementa i Skövde. Och min roll i detta är ju att köra driften på ett hållbart och kostnadseffektivt sätt. Och med Connected Map så har vi kunnat köra mycket säkerhetsmässigt. Typ när vi spränger, då kan vi visa på kartan och ringa in de farliga områden så inga passerar där. Vi kan även markera ut ras där det finns risk för rasrisk, så att säga. Så det har hjälpt oss mycket säkerhetsmässigt. Även hållbart och kostnadseffektivt. Förarna, de ser vart de har varandra på kartan. De kan köra mer optimalt, undvika start och stopp. Produktionslastaren kan se vart förarna är. Han kan utföra lite jobb under tiden om man ser att han har lite tid över, för att sedan kunna lasta dumprarna för att det inte blir så lång väntetid. Sen har vi även dokumentationen som vi gör årligen. Vi får bra koll på hur mycket massor vi dokumenterar och vart i tektorn ligger i våran efterbehandlingsplan.
Ja.
Sen har vi även mycket aktiviteter kring programmet. Lastning, hastighet och antal cykler. Så att, ja, det finns mycket bra användningsområde.
Tack för den beskrivningen, Marie. Ser du ytterligare några verktyg eller system som skulle kunna hjälpa er i er produktion?
Ja, man ser ju att CO-utsläppen kommer bli ett krav att redovisa här framöver. Och ett sådant system skulle vara till god hjälp för oss för att kunna ha för redovisningens skull. Sen skulle man även kunna tänka sig ett täktplaneringssystem, ett långsiktigt sådant, så att man får transportvägarna så optimala som möjligt för hela berget.
Intressant, och tack för att du delar med dig av dina erfarenheter idag.
Tack själva att jag fick vara med och att jag fick delge av våran information.
Tack. Låt oss se vad Gunnar och Niklas har att säga.
Volvo CE recognize that all customer challenges and opportunities are different, and whatever we like it or not, I guess we have to admit that there will be other brands in different operations around the world. So an agnostic approach is important. And of course, we want to support you as a customer with the tools, being able to handle these challenges and independently of the brand. And we also want you to become, or we want to create more success, more profitable, and more sustainability. And we can only do that by working together between the customer, the dealer, and us as a OEM. And of course, to make this happen for real, we have introduced a program approach, which actually put all our tools together in a four-step approach. And we have some examples on that. And today we would like to actually highlight the program approach around the CO2 reduction program, which we have got an enormous lot of good response on. So Niklas, maybe you can say a little bit more of the details in this four-step program approach and the CO2 reduction in particular.
Yeah, absolutely. And as Gunnar said, we had good response on this, and we have customers enrolled to the program. So it's an easy four-step approach that we work with. We start with the insights, and what insights is all about is to collect data. And because in all kinds of operations, in our industry and other industries, to make improvements, you need insights, you need data to measure, and then you can define what to improve.
You need facts.
You need facts to get going. And as a little bit as Marie was into in her operation, she wants to have facts around her CO2 emissions on the sites, and that's perfect, because then she know where she are, and then she can start to improve the operations. Good thing is that we can help with that. We can help you with the CO2 reporting. So that is one thing that we have got going then. When we have the insight, we can further step into the next phase, that is about analytics, to analyze the data. Here we can take an example from Marie, that they with their operation want to see how can they be more efficient long term. How can they design their quarry in an efficient way. And here we also have tools and services that can help with that. We have something called site simulation or site optimization, where we look at data, we look at facts from the operation, and we look at, okay, what can we do different to have a more of a productive way of working. that gives us recommendation. And recommendation you can move into improvement action, and then you can start to put in different kind of offerings or services that we have in our toolbox. It can be everything from operator trainings, but it could be more of digital tools, as connected map and performance indicators is two perfect examples that we have to offer today.
So that's our toolbox, you can say.
Yeah,
we move into the toolbox.
Yeah, we move into the toolbox.
Yeah.
And those, of course, are very important in the last phase of the program approach, and that is to sustain, because you want to keep on measuring your operation, and then you can see, okay, this was my baseline, this is how we evolved, this is my new target, and then if you continue with that cycle, then you can set new targets, and program approaches is like a never-ending cycle. It's always about continuous improvement and what can I do better next time.
So it's about getting obvious structure in our approach.
Yes.
Through these 4 steps.
Yeah.
Really interesting. I believe in this, Niklas. And I think it's important also to say that this is not a fairy tale. This is actually a program approach that we are, as we speak, selling around the world.
Yep.
And we have got really good response. So we have small but also big customers who is really interested and committed to this structure, because they see the great opportunity to actually reduce their cost or improve their sustainability or reduce their footprint, etc. So I guess we are at the end now, Niklas.
Yes.
We have to sum up and round up, and people wonder maybe will this happen again, and for sure it will. And I think we are in the early beginning of our service station journey, and I think it is important to say that this is a transformation. We are moving actually towards a more digital world, and I think new solutions will come. And we have today just talked about a couple of them, just showing you in detail what this can do for your business as we speak of today, because change don't start tomorrow, it starts today, and we can actually influence huge, and by using the Volvo Site Solutions tools available, that could really speed up your transformation journey at your site or plant, whatever you are doing. So please follow us on the next session, and if you in case on any questions or anything like that, you can just contact us on this email and throw that in your questions, and we will answer as good as we can. And stay tuned, and see you next time.
See you.